Eastgate Shopping Centre, Inverness. Nothing else. Oh, the doors are shutting. It's not Christmas anymore. Whiskey shop.
Maybe you should have the Murray McDavid.
That sounds a good one. Yes, indeed. Named nicely. Finally got to the side of the river. And the castle with its scaffoldings. And there on the other side of the river is the cathedral. Distillery, looking quite... That's
coppery bits.
Ah, real stuff in there. Looking downstream. Cathedral opposite. Upstream.
The Eden Court Theatre and Cinema Complex, which we've been to a few times.
Ness Ironworks, it says there on that plaque. Useful fact here.
Yeah, Sue confirms they do.
Fine, jolly good. We like to have great reliable information on these videos. On the opposite side of the river there is Fisherman's Car Park, which is one of those I was looking to using for our expedition today. Now we can see why it was not accessible, because the road to it is closed because of all that working. People playing sandcastles or grit castles. We're permitted to go closer, but not too close.
That's COVID-19.
Over a tributary, or a bridge, as it's known. And over there is the name of that was, you were telling me, is
Ness Pier Viewpoint.
Ness Pier Viewpoint. Here is the first of the 2 footbridges taking us to the other side of the river. Nice view of the cathedral downstream. You can see it in the distance. Here we are with a wooden structure which somebody has suggested maybe a Nessie type of thing, probably for sitting on, maybe comfortable. Another interestingly shaped seat. And through the trees there we see a monster. Here we have a impromptu performance space. With no shelter, of course, so we would not have used it for any of our saxophone performances, because on previous occasions with no covering on, we got wet. Another Nessie type of seating contrivance at the end of our second footbridge. So that's 2 footbridges we crossed onto a second island, but it looks like we need another footbridge off the other end of that, along in this direction. A pretty backwater area.
We can go to the fair.
Let's go to the fair via this 3rd footbridge to complete our crossing of the Ness. And safely arrived on the other side of the river, and there's the fair.
See you later, Ta-ra.
Now we've got to find out where to
It
go.
is, yes. A bit cooler, which is good.
Highland Archive and Registration Centre.
That is so nice.
There was an echo. You can say that again. Right, I've said it now though. We continue along this rather boring bit of road, but the water aspects of this route will start getting more exciting soon. A couple of chairs carved out of wood. We follow the chestnut tree. Here we are in Canal Park and incorporating Inverness Botanic Gardens, Inverness Leisure, and lots of parked cars. And we've got to negotiate a couple of roads before we get to the canal. Yes, here we find ourselves on the Caledonian Canal towpath. And an electric swing bridge, which we did hear the siren of a few seconds ago, but no perceived activity. And who do we see approaching us from a easterly direction?
Just a scene of happiness.
Scene of happiness. Yeah.
Are we going down there
We're going. If we got to follow the canal towpath somehow, we may have to go under the underpass. So another underpass. And here we are on the other side of the swing bridge, and we find another one very shortly, and a pigeon which stopped. A wee heron. You just caught something. I caught that on camera. Right, go on, swallow it. Thank you.
Can you do that again?
I didn't quite catch it all properly. Could you do it again?
It's out of there.
Yeah. We want a take 2, please. And was that it? Gotta go somewhere else then. Getting up to takeoff speed. Here is an information board which may or may not contain anything interesting to us or other people. Pause the video now if you need more reading time. Here we are on the other side of the uninterrupted pleasant stretch of water with bluebells, basically out in the countryside. Very pleasant. This canal supports life. And here is the boatyard. More boatyard. And still more boatyard. One of the usual peaceful parts of canals. We are now approaching Muirtown Top Lock on the Caledonian Canal. And the bottom lock is closing slowly. Lock gate, that is.
But we should catch it with the boat that's going down.
Should do, yes. There should be a boat. Must be a boat going down, and we'll catch it. Good dog. Aha! Here's all the controls for the lock.
Yes.
Such fun, indeed. Is there a boat in there?
But it's sinking.
It's a sinking boat. Should we call the Coast Guard? No access that way. Contractors, that's people who contract to a narrow enough width so they can get through this gap. Another interesting seat. Collection of boats. The front one, which appears to be a model type of a liner, and the rest all sorts. That's got painted on windows. Over there look like more like they could be real. Is this the sea lock?
No.
This is not the sea lock.
Not the sea lock.
This is a lock before the sea lock.
Buck in a hurry lock.
This is the swing bridge for the railway line, and down there is the sea lock.
So, 2 weeks further on, it'll change a bit. Hello.
I'll be this for this long.
And there beyond the washing is a footbridge gaining access to the Caledonian Inn. The sea lock. Bet this is windy on video. Crossing back over the railway. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Public sector industries then. No, that was
More nature reserve viewing point. Ding. Here's the railway again.
We don't close the gate in such a boat in it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Again. Small, not worthy of a panorama, because it's too far away. And we're at the extremity of our journey now, so we're going back into town along the banks of the Ness. Not quite so pretty re-entry into the town. We've been away from the river for a little while, and now here it is again. Here's our favourite railway line. Luckily we go under it this time.
Guess which building is the telephone exchange?
Rose Street Foundry, Inverness. Yes.